Jimmy McKellar found the net. Goal for Wednesday.
Terrific goal by Sheffield.
Chris Waddle, is he going to have a crack?
Oh, he does, and it's goal. Still Glenn Wheeler. Aidan Flint whacks the goal. It's the time for a winner.
Hello and welcome to the Wednesday Till I Die podcast. This is the watch along. It's West Bromwich Albion taking on Sheffield Wednesday, of course, at the Hawthorns. Look, I've got my shirt. This is not a DH Gate special. I've got the shirt on. I've not got the purple one, although I did tweet earlier and say, do you know what, it is growing on me a little bit. But no, apologies for being a little bit late. I've just taken the lad to golf lesson this morning. I didn't really judge how long it's going to take me to get back, so apologies for being a little bit late, but I'm here now. We're all good. Just getting it. What was it? 2-3 minutes away from kickoff. Yeah, cutting it a little bit fine, weren't I? To be honest, but I'm here. We're here. We're going to talk about the game as it happens. Thanks everyone for joining. Do get involved in the comments as well. I want to hear what you have to say about it all and things. So yeah, we're gonna do just that. So hope you can hear me all well. You should be able to. I did check. It is all working, which is all good. Trying to multitask is very, very difficult. How is everyone feeling anyway? Is everyone feeling positive about this one this afternoon? Is it? I say this afternoon. Yeah, this lunchtime. As it is. Are you? Do you think? I think we've got a good chance of getting something out of this game. I think, we are on a bit of a poor run, but we've got all the positivity, haven't we, at the moment around the football club, which is absolutely amazing to see. I've not seen anything like it for a long, long time in terms of how people have taken to going into administration, which should be dark times, shouldn't it? Really, but right, just getting to the. I've not even got my headphones. I'm totally unprepared for all of this, but we're still a minute away from kickoff, so we have still got a little bit of time. Let's have a look. Dean says, "Afternoon, James." Well, when you get here, yeah. Sorry, I am late. Hopefully you've stuck around. Hopefully you are still here. Here we go. Come on, you admin owls. Ole, 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 says Morty. Mark, come on Wednesday, 3 points would be brilliant. Morty, excited for today's game. It's like there's a feel-good factor. Going to get a vibe off the players at the open training session. Dean says, Ugbo hat-trick. We'll see about that one. He is starting though. He is definitely starting. Let me get all of the team lineup and things on the screen. I just move myself a little bit there, so I'm nice and central. There we go. Look at that, seamless there. Let's just bring the Wednesday lineup then, if I can. So it's pretty much as we are. Ethan Horvath's come in for Lumley, which that was a given. That was always going to happen. Lumley's gone back after his 7-day emergency loan, so we've got the other emergency goalkeeper in. You kind of forget that Ethan Horvath, he's not even our player, is he, really? And then the other change is, the man, the myth, the legend, Ike Ugbo starting up top alongside Jamal Lowe instead of Bailey Cadamartri, so that's going to be interesting to see what happens there. Other than that, it is as we were last time out. Liam Palmer, Dominic Iorfa, Max Lowe, Sean Fisher, Jan Valerie, Barry Bannon, Svante Ingelsson, Harry Amas as well. So, yeah, lots of travelling fans have made the trip down. Do you know what, just looking, I suppose in person it might not look much of a clash, but I can't tell the difference there. And also, white shorts, and they've got white shorts as well. I didn't think that were allowed. I thought you couldn't have a clash on the short colour, but we have today. They've got the white shorts. We're wearing white shorts as well. Maybe that's why it looks like a bit of a clash. And it does actually look, I can't really tell the difference between the two colours, because the lilac is very much, it's light. It's a light purple colour. I can't tell the difference. So if I get things wrong, it's the kits, not me. West Brom come forward already. I mean, obviously we're setting up again in that kind of 3-5-2 or 3-5-3-2, whichever way you want to look at it. Harry Masters well to win the ball back on this left-hand side. And here we go. It's a bit of a counter-attack. Jan Valery starting it off, driving forward. Good tackle from the West Brom defender. Again, do get all your comments coming in. I can bring the comments up now. Dean says, I think it's more the socks, James. I don't know, because I think when linesmen are looking across the line, I'm sure it's the shorts as well that that they look at to see if you are offside or not. But I just didn't think you could have a clash anywhere, to be fair. I thought we might have been wearing a black short combo. I don't know. I've no idea. Or maybe West Brom could have worn some dark, I'm sure they've got dark blue shorts as well. What's everyone's prediction? Anyway, I know I'm a bit late on in all of this. As the game has started, but do let me know what your score prediction is for this afternoon. I was super positive last week against Oxford, just because of everything that happened around the football club. So yeah, mightily disappointed that we didn't come away with anything, and I think that positivity is obviously definitely carried on, hasn't it? You know, you look at the amount of money that's been generated and the amount of money that's just been raised. I suppose what are we on 30,000. I think the trust gave 20 as well. Owls Talk as well. They got 10 grand in an hour, which is absolutely incredible. What's that? 60? We're on over 60 grand. I've not checked recently. I'm sure it'll be probably, £65,000 or something ridiculous. But yeah, that is absolutely incredible. I've not even got the scoreboard up. But what is happening? Absolute amateur hour. Let's go for this one. I prefer this scoreboard. But there we go. Scoreboard's now on. And also the colours have changed. Have you seen the colour? We're back to Wednesday colours. We've sacked the black and gold off. We are back to the Sheffield Wednesday colours, which I hope you all appreciate. Barry Bannon with a fantastic sliding tackle on the edge of the box there. Did really well to win the ball back, but we can't seem to keep the ball. I know I was talking to a West Brom fan on the preview show, and he was saying how they do kind of struggle when they have the ball. And I looked at their results, and it's an effort, it's a save. He's blocked. It's a good save by Hover, but he's just pushed it straight out into danger. Luckily, we managed to get it away, but that's a bit of a scare in the opening 5 minutes of this game so far. Again, I think West Brom have started really quickly. They've not let us get the foot on the ball, and I think great to see it's still 0-0. I'm just gonna get me headphones. 2 seconds. Again, totally unprepared. But let me just pop that in. There we go. Yeah, we just can't seem to put his foot on the ball, can we, at the moment? It just seems to be struggling to kind of get a hold of it at the moment. Lee Boland says 1-1 today. Let me bring those. Lee Boland 1-1. Andy Marshall says 2-1 to Wednesday. Old Geezer says, watching from Donny train station and Dirty Blades travelling to Derby. Dean, not a bad save, but he needs to push it out more. Agreed. Andy Horvath not holding onto it again. Yeah, if your defenders are switched on, then it's not much of a problem. But you're relying on that, and just as West Brom have an effort. Again, not a very good clearance by Dominic Iorfa, and it's smashed wide. But already West Brom are looking dangerous, and we've got to steady this ship a little bit. I know it's only early doors, but we've got to get a hold of the ball. Look, this pressure's not going to last forever. It's just whether we can weather that storm in it, really, and see how we can come out the other side. Johnny, I'm not reading that one out. We can't read his name. We've forgotten about him, and also as well, I don't want that chant. I mean, I don't know if they are chanting it in the away end, but he's a distant memory now. He is a distant memory. He's just purely a name on that list of chairmen that we've had. West Brom is still coming forward. I don't think we've had any touches in their half at the moment. I know we're only early doors. We're 5 minutes in, but it's been all in our half, and it's been backs against the wall at the moment. As that ball goes out, it's got to be he's given a goal kick. Good. Looking for? Right, we're back. We are back. Nino says 2-0 West Brom is my prediction. And he says Ross Wallace on Radio Sheffield comms, yes. It's a ball down the right-hand side. Again, his back's to the wall, stuffing it already after 6 minutes. We're battling hard at the moment, and it is going to be a battle. I think the blueprint for many teams coming against us is come out as quick and come out as hard, and that's what West Brom are obviously trying to do at the moment. Dean, short change at half time, please. This is terrible. Long throwing into the box, pinball around. we get away with it at the moment. Come on, we've just got to get a foot on the ball at the moment. Like, we just literally can't spring two passes together as it stands, and Horvath catches it. You see there, look at Bannon. Did you see him? He's saying, slow it down, slow it down. It is getting a bit frantic at the moment, and we do just need to string a couple of passes together just to get a bit of confidence at the moment. Because, yeah, it's again, we're trying to play it out from the back here. We've gone forward looking for Ugbo. He can't get there, but we've won the ball back with the throw-in, and hopefully we can perhaps do something with this throw-in at the moment. It's been literally all West Brom. You see there the possession, 83% possession in this opening 8 minutes at the moment. They've had 3 efforts on goal. We've had 15 passes. 15 passes in this opening exchange. We've hardly touched the ball at the moment. We need to do something. But if we can weather this storm, then we'll probably feel the most positive. They'll be disappointed if this kind of dominance continues and it is still 0-0. We'll feel like we can probably get something out of this one. So yeah, we'll have to see. I'm just going to share this on the socials, get as many people in here as we possibly can, which is always nice. Long throw-in from Svante Ingolson goes into the box. It's headed, and West Brom are going to take the time of getting this ball away. Barry Bannon again with a tackle. Has he won the ball there? Not too sure if he did or not, but referee says he has, and we come away with it. Hope says, hold the line to half time. We always come out better second half. Yeah, it is a difficult thing to do that, trying to hold on. Sorry, I was just listening there. Looks like someone went in on Barry Bannon. Not sure if they're saying an elbow or not, but yeah. Again, I mentioned it on the tweet that I don't actually mind that away kit. I actually don't mind it. I would have preferred it if it were had purple shorts as well. They've gone the full purple, but no, I don't think it's too bad. I actually prefer it to the third one, if I'm being honest. Which I know, all right, owl aside, I like the old owl, but I mean, ultimately, I think all 3 kits aren't exactly that good. If I'm just picking the best of a bad bunch. Morty says, got a good feeling today. Come on, Wednesday. Like to see your optimism, Morty. I mean, West Brom have not exactly in good form. They've lost two of the last. Well, they've lost their last two. Or admittedly, both being away from home. I think they won the last home game. I want to say. I could be wrong. I'll have a look. Yeah, they did win the last home game. A 2-1 win against Preston, and then a 1-1 draw with Leicester at home. And we are much better away as well. We've scored in every single away game so far this season. Leicester, Birmingham, Wrexham, Portsmouth, obviously the one only win that we've got so far this season. Scored last time out as well. Last away game in Charlton, that was a 2-1 defeat, weren't it? So we have scored in every single away game. It's the home form that is the worst at the moment. But yeah. I always think the lunchtime kickoffs messes you up, doesn't it, with your day. It's Saturday. I don't want to be a traditionalist, but Saturday 3:00, you kind of have everything planned around it. 12:30, the game finishes, and then you're a bit like, what do we do with the afternoon now? You know, I don't know if anyone else is like that, or whether it's just me. Russell says both fans love Chris Brunt. Yeah, they do. Yeah, is he more of a legend for Wednesday or more of a legend for West Brom? I think West Brom fans probably love him more than us, to be fair. He was in the Prem, weren't he, with them. Interim manager as well, just before this one came in. Morty says, spoke to a Birmingham fan yesterday on the train and he said we didn't deserve to draw, we should have beat them. We were far better. Yeah, 100% agree. You look at it as well, Leicester, we were 1-0 up. You know, had it not been for that red card, who knows what could have happened there. You look at Birmingham, should have won that game. You look at Wrexham as well, that was a draw, but again, we that chance that Charlie McNeil had right at the death, you could argue could have won that one. You could, you know, if we'd have drawn Leicester and then had the 2 wins against Birmingham and Wrexham, it's 5 points, five extra points, and we might just be on 0. Just not quite, you know. But obviously, we had the points deduction, add another 5 to our total, and we would have been on what we were on. We're on 6, weren't we? 11. We'd actually be out of the relegation zone. That just shows you the fine margins, doesn't it? Really, it's flicked on. Iofa, it's going to go into the corner. Ingleson crosses it back. Sean Fisher, can he get a cross in? Left-footed into the box. Bannon, strike it. No, checks back. Little ball down the left. Back Palmer smashes it across. It's dealt with though, and West Brom look like they're going to get it away. But it's better that a bit more pressure. 2 of them gone down there, and Harry Mask gives away a bit of a cheap free kick, and they can regroup and get the ball away. But that's better. A bit more pressure. You know, they've had their 10 minutes of dominance, and now it's our turn to have a bit of a go. Liam says he's watching from around the pool in Egypt. Thanks, Liam. Thanks for getting involved. Johnny prefers early kickoffs. Got the afternoon to do something. Yeah, there is that. Sean, tough. I mentioned it, Sean. I mentioned it at the top. It is a kick clash, isn't it? Definitely. Both fans love Darren Moore. Yep, there's a lot of similarities. A lot of players that have played for both Wednesday and West Brom. There's actually a great good. Use proper English. There's actually a good website, fbref.com. They've actually got a thing where you find players who have played for various squads. So, yeah, there's quite a lot that have played for both. I'll read some of them out. How many is there? 21 players, apparently. If we go in order of how many games he played for Wednesday, Chris Brunt, Saido Berahino. Oh, no, that's West Brom. Apologies. I'm going to say... I like Saido Berahino. I didn't play 100 games for Wednesday. You're only here for a season. No, Adam Reach is the one that's played the most games for us and also played for West Brom. Chris Brunt, James O'Connor, Chris Kirkland, who I had on the podcast the other day, Joe Wildsmith, Steve Watson, Darren Pearce, Joe Mattick, Steve Nicol, Jacob Murphy, Saido Berahino, as I mentioned, Phil King, Izzy Brown played 1 game for West Brom. I wish he'd only played 1 game for us. Nathaniel Shalabar, who's obviously injured for us at the moment. James Quinn, Bartosz Slazarski. I mean, we're getting into the the obscure ones here. Callum McManaman, Adam Chambers, Chris Adamson had a spell with West Brom, as apparently. Scott Carson and Ronnie Wallwork played for us back in 2007. So yeah, 21 players there that have played for both Wednesday and West Brom. You haven't missed anything, by the way, if you're not watching. We've taken a quick free kick. Ingleson, can we do something with it? It goes for an effort on goal. I think he's tried. I don't know if he's tried to cross that or whether he has gone for goal. But if he was, I think he was trying to catch him out a little bit there. But the goalkeeper more than equal to it, and West Brom come over halfway. Better though, again, much better. I mean, this season it is, it would take an absolute miracle, wouldn't it, for us to actually get out of this hole that we're in, obviously with the -12 that we got for the administration. But what I like to see is just that effort. I suppose, if we are going to get relegated, some of these players are playing for maybe a move next season. If we're being honest with it, I know if you ask them now, they're going to say their commitment is to Sheffield Wednesday. But some of these players won't be at Sheffield Wednesday next season. We won't have these players in League One. And when you've got likes of Harry Mass there, who puts in a fantastic sliding tackle, he's looking for his future, isn't he? And everything. So, I mean, Ike Ugbo, he might be playing for a National League side if we're being honest. Dean says, "What's weather like? I'm there at the end of the month." Obviously, that's a message to Liam, who's watching it around the pool in Egypt. Sean, change of shorts will make it easier, but a mate at the game says it's fine and no clash. Yeah, it might just be on the TV. It does look a bit different on there. Hope says, "Wasn't Nathaniel meant to be back last Saturday?" Yeah, I think also Dish was supposed to be back. Is it September, October time? That was obviously when he did it. A reminder, this was the game, this was the fixture last season where Dish got that injury. That is it his ACL that he's done again? I don't think anyone's actually said. I know it's his knee that's the issue. Me just in front of you. All right, okay. There is a delay on the stream as well, so if you're watching it back, there is a slight stream delay. I don't know if I've set the latency to ultra low or not. But if you want to watch it in time, pause your telly and then match it up a little bit. Because that's the other thing as well. I have to watch it on my laptop. I've not sorted the setup to get Sky Sports on a telly in front of me. Maybe that's coming. So maybe there is a slight delay there. But look, we'll just have to deal with it. It's only a short delay anyway. I'm not really here to do the if people are here to have the commentary, you can find other ways to watch it. I think the idea of this is just for me to talk about it, really, to actually have a chat about what's happening and get your thoughts and and test the temperature of what people are thinking. We're just trying to slow it down. I think we're just trying to frustrate West Brom. Certainly after this opening exchange, we've got to try and frustrate West Brom and get them get them making mistakes, really, and maybe we can capitalise on that. As I've said, from all games this season, whilst ever it's 0-0, or even 1-0 as well, to be honest, we are still in it. We have got, there is opportunities that we're going to get to score. The difference is we've got to take them. As West Brom come down this left-hand side, it's a ball slipped in, but Sean Fashira does very well to marshal that back to Ethan Horvath, who goes long, and it comes straight back again. That's the problem as well. Jamal Lowe and Ike Ugbo aren't target men. They're not going to be the ones that can hold the ball up. Let's be honest, Ike Ugbo, the goals that he has scored are all in the 6-yard box. The ball has got to get there for him to score them. We're not doing that, at the moment this season. And Jamal Lowe, again, he's not a target man. He's not a man to have his back to goal and hold the ball up and let people feed off him. He needs the ball further up the field. But because Ethan Horvath can't play out from the back, and ultimately we haven't got the defenders to do that, we are forced into going a little bit long, and it's just coming straight back every single time. It's not a fault of the players. I think it's just the the skill set that we've got and the situation we find ourselves in is it's just making it a bit difficult. But yeah. Troy says, watching from South Australia, go Wednesday. Morty says, what saw the quiz shows on last night? How did you get the biggest ground one wrong? Morty, like, I'm absolutely kicking myself, and we came away from that, and I did say to Jake, like, West Brom on the edge of the box, it's a strike, it's a good save from Horvath. Fantastic. Do you know what? That was better, that. I mean, I think that was more, he saved it, but it went out out wide. He pushed it out wide. I think he didn't have much option, to be honest, but much better there. But the probing again. It's come out from us trying to play out from the back. We can't do it, and they've picked his pocket. One small pass, left-footed strike, good save. Because to be fair and fair play to West Brom, they've had a man there chasing up, following up, and we've no defenders anywhere near him. So we've got to be careful of that. We've conceded a few goals already this season from a save and a follow-up when they've slotted it in. It's a cross comes in. It's a header, and we've managed to clear it away, but only as far as the West Brom defenders to clip it into the box, and it's gone straight through. It's not touched anyone, and it's going to be a goal kick. Yeah, everyone's mentioning about the kick clash. I know it's really difficult, isn't it? It's like, I think it is the shorts. I think the shorts make it kind of blend in with the white stripes of the West Brom shirt. Miss Alive says, nice to watch Wednesday without Chance series stinking up the club. Oh, fucking hell, I said his name. Is there a way of me censoring his name in the comments? I just put change it to Tosser or just put the stars in there or something. You know, is there a way of me doing that automatically? Sheffield Wednesday fans in fine voice, as they always are, which is always great to see. It's a great cross, a great pass over to this left-hand side. West Brom, edge of the box, he's a decent player in Mikey Johnson. Clipped it in, and Iofa heads it away only as far as the edge of the box, and he swings a leg at it. Come on, get your foot on it. Headed all the way back to their keeper. It's going to be a battle, this, I think, this afternoon. It's not going to be pretty. It's just showing Ikogbo's touch map. 7 touches he's had so far. It brought Ikogbo's touch. You think 7's not many. Svante Ingelsson apparently has only had 6 touches so far. Palmer only 8. Max Lowe's had the most, 23 touches he's had so far in comparison to. Yeah, they've just had a lot more possession, lot more on the ball at the moment. We're going to have to play a patient game. That's got to be a foul, isn't it? Surely, Ikogbo backing into someone, he's not going to get any joy either. Then Jan Valery comes Max Lowe, comes barreling into the West Brom player and just knocks him over. One of the most obvious free kicks you're ever gonna see, to be honest. Knowlesy says, do scrappy games work in our favour this season? I think that's what we want. I do agree. I mean, the problem we've got, Knowlesy, is these scrappy games are where you need your Michael Smiths, your Callum Pattersons. You need those players in this situation. You don't necessarily need your Harry Amassas and players like that. You know, the luxury players, as you can call that. I don't think Svante Ingelsson, as much as he runs around a lot, he does just do the running around. I think when it comes to actually the nitty-gritty things, you know, you look at your centre-backs, we haven't got an Aidan Flint in there, or a Glenn Louvens to marshal it all. We've got Dom Iofa, who can be a bit like Bambi at times. And, all right, Liam Palmer and Max Lowe's decent, but they're not that hard-hitting defenders that you want in these sorts of scenarios. So whilst I agree, free-flowing football isn't going to work for us. We do want a bit of a stop-start game, more to stop the opposition rather than us benefiting from it. But I do agree, as Ugbo gets dragged to the ground and he's going to win a free kick. We've taken it quickly, and West Brom have just dealt with it fairly easily at the moment. They're stroking it around a lot, and we're not really putting a high press on him either. We're allowing him to at least get to halfway line before we actually do anything, really. Again, I don't know whether that's down to a fitness thing. We're having to manage the time. And Sean Fisher, is that a foul? Yes, it is a foul. He did really well there, Sean, and then he kind of let the West Brom player get in on him, and luckily he dragged his shoulder back, and because he does really well to get in front, checks his shoulder. I don't know about that one. Russell is FM26 actually out yet officially? 4th, or 4th or the 6th of November. Have they added the points deduction to FM26? Not last time I checked. They've done another update. I've not seen it yet, but they should do, I think, surely. Misa says changing to a new kit at half time. What famously like Man United did. Who were they playing? Southampton, was it? Morty says, think a nice new yellow with purple stripes with the owl we love would go down well as a new shirt, yeah. I don't think we need a 4th kit, though, do we? I've seen a lot of people saying that. Bring out another kit. The other thing, it's not going to be that quick, either. You can't just... It's a cross-in. Oh, my God. He ain't going to score, is he? He's not going to score. I want to see that as a replay. It's a fantastic cross that comes in. Oh, dear. Brilliant opportunity there, but just can't get that final little touch on it to direct it goalwards. I said I want to see that as a replay. "27 minutes gone." Despite there being not much action from a Wednesday perspective, I feel like these 27 minutes have gone fairly quickly. Dean, got to be there to miss. Keep the faith. Yeah, true. It's a ball forward. Dom Iorfa's unorthodox in his way of getting rid of it, but he has done, and we've won another free kick, and we'll take that. We had the ball, but we'll take that. Andy, does Pedersen know how to play the ugly game? If I had to say yes or no, I would probably say no. I don't think that's in his repertoire at the moment. And I think it's certainly something that he needs to learn. As I just see the replay of that ball, it's a fantastic cross by Jan Valery. It's so inviting, and the bounce just takes it over Ugbo's leg. If you're watching the Wrexham game yesterday, very similar to that. Windass gets the ball across, and the difference is that, Kiefer Moore slides in, gets a touch on it, and puts it in the back of the net. Ike Ugbo bounced over his leg. He did have a player in front of him, which might have put him off a little bit, but you've got to be finished. We're talking about second tier of English football. You've got to be getting the foot on that and getting a shot on target at least. Knows that even Haaland misses some. Yeah, but I'll take Haaland's misses, to be fair. And Sean Fisher looked different without his dreadlocks. I know he's not had them for a couple of weeks now, but it looks so different, doesn't it? At least if we go down, let's bring United with us into League One. Not bothered about them. I think they're more bothered about us. I've seen a GIF or a little meme, where it says, just as the ball bounced towards Horvath, and I don't know if we're going to be out of his box or not, but we managed to get there just in time. Yeah, there's a meme where it says Wednesday again. It's like his wife walking in. He's on the computer. And he goes, "No, it's porn, honest." It just made me laugh. It just made me laugh, that one. the West Brom fans aren't very happy at the moment. They are getting frustrated, and they've had a lot of the ball, a lot of the possession. They've had a few chances as well. They've had a few efforts at, efforts from largely from distance. We've kept them to the edge of the box, and it's still 0-0. So do you know what? We're just not good at playing out from the back. As West Brom come forward, and it's Domayoff managed to get the interception in there. But we need to stop this playing out from the back. Harry Amass driving forward, and it's just we've done a couple of those this game. It's just misplaced passes, just not quite on it. Sean Fashira did one on the opposite side just a couple of minutes before, and that was a good chance to get a chance on goal. At least get a ball into the box. And when you just a pass like that goes out of play, it's very, very, very frustrating. Russell, please, Ugbo, now is the time today, Flower. What would you do, Russell, if he does score? What we going to do? Forgot what his celebration is. Noldsy, we are worlds apart at the moment. Who cares what they do? We need to sort our own situation out first. I'm not going to lie, Noldsy, I do like it if they do. Oh, it's a ball in the box. West Brom come forward. Got to be sloppy stuff. Cross comes in. It's a header away by Dominic Iorfa. Jan Valery gets it on this right-hand side. What's he going to do with it? He's just going to dribble away from two players. Fantastic there. It's very, very scrappy, isn't it? Very scrappy game of football, but it's still 0-0. Yeah, just on the United stuff. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I do check the United scores, and it is great if we win and they lose. Like, of course it is. But I do agree with, we have got bigger problems at this moment in time as we win a free kick just over halfway. Dean says, at least my Liverpool fan wife is keeping quiet. Why, have they played again today, or have they lost again? They can't have lost again. They can't have played yet, have we? Where the early kickoff? What am I talking about? They've got Villa at 8 o'clock tonight. That as well, that 8 o'clock kickoff on a Saturday just feels wrong. Like, 8 o'clock kickoff should be left to midweek. I don't mind the R5, but 8 o'clock kickoff, game's gone. Obviously, it's FA Cup weekend this weekend for all those lower league sides that have, such as Rotherham and Barnsley. 33 minutes gone, still 0-0. Wednesday fans in fine voice. Nice to see a lot of blue in the crowd as well. It was great that we all got behind the black and gold, and we definitely did that. But it is nice. I see a lot of blue and white shirts like this one that I'm wearing. I see a lot of the training kit as well. I don't know why I might get myself some of that. I mean, not sure that jacket's all right, but a bit minty, isn't it? 90 quid for a jacket, but I suppose that's where we're at in it, really. I would like us to have an Adidas or a Nike kit. Like, we've never had them before, have we? We've had Umbro, Puma, Sondico, Elevate, let's not forget. I would like to have an Adidas kit. I think it would look a bit weird, to be honest, but I would quite like it, not going to lie. As West Brom come forward down this left-hand side, edge of the box, Mikey Johnson crosses it in, and it's cleared by Max Lowe. Bannon will lift it out. Some good passing there. Go on, Jan Valery, put the afterburners on, and he does. West Brom player down on the deck, but we're not going to kick the ball out. This annoys me, right? He's gone down there, and now he's holding his head, and there's nothing wrong with his head. I know the trainers come on. Let's see what happened. Ooh, Ugbo stood on his shin. Probably hurt, but he didn't need to hold his head to then get the referee to come over. I mean, the trainer's come on, so he's going to have to go off now for, is it 30 seconds or so? But I think that you know, if the game has to be stopped at any point, really, I think you have to go off, surely. Elsewhere, it's Leicester Blackburn. Blackburn leading 1-0. The only other game is Norwich against Hull. Obviously, Norwich on Wednesday. We've got them coming up. It looks like hopefully it's going to be a sellout. I'm amazed at how many people are heading down to Hillsborough on Bonfire Night. Let's not forget as well. The response has been absolutely incredible from everyone. Really, it just shows you how he was the problem. You know, the previous owner was definitely the problem, and now everyone can't wait to get down to Hillsborough and support the lads and stuff. Fair play to everyone that's got involved with the ticket donation thing as well. I had so many people messaging me saying, I've got these tickets. Can you get them to someone? So I've actually put out a bit of a Google form for people to fill in, and I think yesterday I went through it and matched up about 5 or 6 people for about 10 or 12 tickets in total, which hopefully they've managed to sort that out for people, and in the end they'll be able to go to a game that perhaps they wouldn't have already or ordinarily been able to get to. Let's not forget as well, the tickets have been reduced massively. So if you're free on Wednesday night, get down to Hillsborough. Let's just create a good atmosphere. If nothing else, like we've been deprived of these good atmospheres for a long, long time. Certainly, as a season ticket holder, Hillsborough has been a bit like a morgue, and it's almost been a point where shall I, shan't I, in terms of going. Whereas now we've got an opportunity to let's be loud, let's be chanting and cheering, and let's just support these lads ultimately. As West Brom, the game gets underway. West Brom take the throw in, and we've got it back, kicked it back to us because obviously we gave the ball back, of course. And Barry Bannon once again playing that very deep role. I know there's been people that look into the analytics of things and saying that he managed to start all the moves, but I'm going to die on that hill and say that I want Barry Bannon much further forward. Ball to the edge of the box, and Ugbo just gets the ball trapped under his feet and can't capitalise on it, which is unfortunate. .37 minutes, got 7 or 8 minutes left of this first half. Don't forget as well, head over to Twitter Spaces. I will do as the ball comes forward. Come on, is it going to go out for a corner? It is a corner. Right, I'm just going to set this up for half time. How long have we got? 8 minutes. What time are we on? 13. The corner comes in, nothing doing, but Hamas has still got it on the edge of the box. Ingleson loops it to the back stick. It's too far for absolutely everyone, and it's gone out for a throw. And I've just seen Joe Cran's just tweeted saying that obviously he's been managed, but I think Wednesday need to get Cadamarchi on at the break. He's missed when he's not there. Yeah, we're just a bit toothless at the upper in those front two positions, to be honest. Again, if you want to join us at half time and come up and let me know what you think of this first half, please do let me know. Do head over to Twitter Spaces and join that. I'll start it in about 2 or 3 minutes' time. Right, let's see if there's any more comments. Morty, when we had our Puma kits, were unique. No other clubs had the same templates who use the brand, and to me, they produce the best shirts. Get them back. Didn't Didn't Southampton have Puma kit? Because I see that David Hurst picture of him wearing the Sanderson kit, and I just find it really jarring that they've got exactly the same kit, just in red and not blue. But I could be wrong. Amber says, I was umming about Wednesday night after going to Oxford. Might try and get on the cop like my teenage years. Yeah, it'd be great if you can, Amber. Annie, Puma sizes were spot on. No having to get 2 sizes bigger. Yeah, I think what they need to do, whoever the next kit supplier is, this kit might be good enough for the players and their fit, which is, look, not my physique. Why not just have a replica, which is more normal fit? You don't need to be the same kit that the players wear. And if anything, if you want, put 2 out. I know they did that once, didn't they? Have a pro kit that might have all the, the mesh bits in it or whatever, which is probably a bit more expensive and have a bit more, if you want that sort of thing. As West Brom put the cross into the box, that is a great touch from the West Brom player, but I've just managed to get it out of danger, and it's gone behind for another corner. If you watch it here, just seeing the replay, kind of just flicks his heel at it, and how he manages to get that through, it's unbelievable. I mean, if he'd got a chance and a shot off, it would have been a great goal, but dealt with by Sean Fashira. Is it Fashira or Fazia or Fazia? I'm sure at some point he said his name was Fashira, but I don't hear anyone say that anymore, so I might have got that wrong. And it might be me that people are shouting at every time I say his name. The corner's come in, nothing doing. Is it going to be a goal kick or is it another corner? Another corner. Looks like Iofa. Oh, no, it was. It was another one. Another deep cross back stick, and it's a header downwards. And was it a save from Horvath? Jamal Lowe's got to do much better at the back stick there. He's just been manhandled by Maja. And, he's just got to do better. He's just got to be stronger, which he just wasn't at all. Another corner, this time from the other side. Comes in, another bit of a goalmouth scramble, and it's just kicked away by Iofa again this time. How West Brom haven't scored in these last couple of minutes. It's not a corner. It's gone out for a throw-in. My apologies. Matt says, yeah, they do that with rugby kits. Playing fit and replica kit makes perfect sense. As it's Iofa down on the deck, and he's going to win a free kick. I'm just going to open up the Twitter Spaces for everyone. So if you want to head over there and let me know what you think to this first half so far. Nice to talk to different people. If you can come on, that would be absolutely brilliant. If not, you just listen to me for another 15 minutes, which is equally as fine as well. And they said same about kits for ages, James, could be made cheaper. Fans don't need these special fabrics to sit in the stands. Yeah, exactly. And it'd be a great movie to do. And look, there will be some people that perhaps like to know that they're wearing the same kit that Barry Bannon walks out at Hillsborough in. And if they want to pay a little bit of extra money, great. It's an extra little revenue stream, isn't it? So it's not necessarily the price. I know I mentioned price there, but it's not necessarily the price that I'm not bothered about. Yeah, it could be a bit cheaper. It's more just the sizing. I mean, this is a 3XL. It don't fit like a 3XL. I'm not a 3XL in anything else. Extra large in every. I've had like 2X's onto it. Not great for my self-esteem. Put it that way. It's going to be a long throw from Svante Ingelsson, getting it into the mixer. Can we do something with it? He's headed away just to the edge of the box, and it's a swing and a miss from Sean Fisher. And it's cleared over halfway, and it looks like it's a foul or something's happened there. But yeah. We're into the added on time. 1 minute it's going to be. No, there's not been many stoppages. Although there was one injury. I don't know where the 1 minute came from. Should have been a 2 or 3, but I don't get how they calculate these added on minutes at all. It's a poor pass from West Brom. and we goes to Ingleson, but he's giving it straight back to the baggies, who goes back to the keeper, who kicks it long up over halfway. Can Domayofa deal with it? He gets a head on it, but it goes straight back to West Brom, and it's a long effort from not sure who it was who had the shot, but it was a Johnston. It was Mikey Johnston, good player. A long strike, sees Horvath off his line, and just wide in the end. I think West Brom are going to be frustrated at half time. You know, they've had more of the ball, they've had more of the chances. That little exchange, you know, a couple of minutes ago with the 3-4 corners, it was one after the other. They'll be disappointed that they've not managed to capitalise. So I think at half time, which is coming in any second now, I think we're going to feel the better of the two. To be honest, we're in the game. It's still 0-0. Anyone can grab it. You know, we've had a couple of chances. I think the Ike Ugbo one has to go down as the best chance. It literally gets his toe on it, and it's a goal. Just as we go down this left-hand side into the box. Is it going to be a corner? No, it's not. It's cleared, and they've managed to get it away. Bannon puts a foot in. Very, very scrappy game. Very scrappy. I say 1 minute, it's 3 minutes. I thought 1 minute were a bit strange. 3 minutes of added on time. Apologies. A reminder, if you are on X Spaces, press that request to talk button. I want to hear exactly what you think of this first half performance. As there's a minute left before we get to that point. Cross comes in, but Ken bobbling all over the show. It's like it's such a scrappy game, and Jamal Lowe will win a free kick, much to the annoyance of the West Brom player. Just stepped across him, tripped him up. Referee's always going to give a foul for that challenge. Like, whether it's soft or not, you know, the defending team will always get a free kick. It's just what happens in football, whether you like it or not. Let's just come to some comments over on YouTube. Nino says, who's playing better? You'd have to say it's West Brom on the balance of play, but I don't think we've disgraced ourselves too much. I think we've done what we need to do, which is frustrate West Brom and still stay in the game come half time. You know, it's all about managing the players for us this season, as Bannon just fires it all the way back to Ethan Horvath. And that is half time. Do come up and let me know what you think. That's exactly what Corbin has done. Corbin, how's things, mate? You all right?
I'm all good, pal.
What do you make of that first half, Corbin?
Like you've just said, we've done what we needed to do. We've kept ourselves in the game. We've frustrated them a bit, but when we're on the ball, we look lost.
Yeah.
We don't look like a team that knows what we're doing with a football at its feet. And I'm sorry, I don't like singling out players, but Ike Ugbo has to put that chance away.
Yeah.
If the ball that comes across the box from Valerie, if Ugbo puts that away, we maybe take control of the game from there. And as a striker that we've paid £2.5 million for, you've got to be putting that to bed.
Yeah, well, that's the opportunity that you want, and I was saying, like, before that chance arose, that we don't really play to his strengths. And all these goals he has scored for us, you know, if you can cast your mind back that far, are all being goals in the 6-yard box or certainly in the penalty box. He doesn't score a screamer or he doesn't have a solo effort. It's just exactly like that, ball into him, and he puts it away. But obviously he's bereft of any sort of confidence at the moment, and I agree with you. He has got to put that away. I just don't think that, you know, with Horvath in goal and the defenders that we've had to pick just by virtue of they're the only ones, it doesn't lend itself to. Like, we can't play out of the back because of the defenders we've got, but then we can't play it long because Ugbo and Jamal Lowe aren't targeting men either, are they?
No, they're not. And this is it. Horvath, you look at him with a ball at his feet. He's not the keeper to be able to play it out. He's constantly looking for the long ball, but like you've just said, we haven't got anyone up there to win it. The only striker we've probably got on his books is Kadamachi, but he can't do it all himself. The kid's like 20-year-old.
Well, I would say George Brown, but he's out injured. He's the one that for me can.
I'll be honest. I forgot he existed because of how young he is.
Well, I know, but he's out. He was out for 6 weeks. I think he's probably 4 or 5 weeks still left of that one until he comes back. But yeah, it's I mean, to be fair, to give Wednesday the credit, to give the players out there a bit of positive news, it's still 0-0, and I think we've frustrated West Brom massively in terms of just being there to defend. In all honesty,
exactly that. We've done that. We've thrown his body at it. We've frustrated them when we're not letting them do what they want to do. But again, like, we need to look at the flip side. When we're on the ball, we look lost.
Yeah, when you look to the bench, I mean, would you make any changes? I know you've already mentioned Kadamartri and you're not being quite favourable of Ugbo. Would you make that switch?
I won't do it yet. I'd give it until 60, and if nothing's changing, then it is resorting to the hoofball, I think Ugbo has to come off, and Kadamartri does have to come on with Jamal Lowe playing off for him for the flick.
Yeah, definitely. Corbin, massive thanks for on, pal. Do appreciate it. Obviously, I haven't got much time because it is only half time, but cheers for your thoughts. Do really appreciate it as always. Let's come to Zach quickly if we can, and then I'll come to Paul as well. Zach, how's it going, mate? You all right?
Yeah, I'm all right. You?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. What do you make to that first half? Still 0-0. West Brom had a lot of chances, but you could argue we had probably the best chance of the half as well.
Yeah, I think we played okay. It's just we're still improving. We've got a lot on at the minute. We've didn't the trust make how much did the trust make at the minute? How much was?
Well, they've donated £20,000, and I think last time I checked it was over 30. And then you've got the Owls Talk donation as well, which was another 10. So we're probably at about over £60,000. I've not checked recently. Maybe someone else can have a look and let us know what that's up to. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on off the pitch, and I suppose really the lads just want to go out there and play football, don't they?
Yeah, I thought they're taking it really well. West Brom, I think it's still going to be a hard game. West Brom have been playing well, but I think Sheffield Wednesday do have that touch. And if we go 1-0 up in the second half, I think we might have a chance of winning it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Whilst ever it's 0-0, and the longer it is 0-0, the more chance we've got, haven't we, really, of actually coming out of this game with something. And I think the fact that we are away from home does lend itself to that, sitting in a little bit more than we perhaps would do if we were at home. And yeah, like I said, we're in it. It's just whether we can convert one of those chances. We're getting up there, but again, it's that kind of last pass, that last bit of quality in that final third that we're lacking a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah. I've just been watching. So I've got it on Sky, so I'm watching the highlights now. Hover. They haven't really had many shots, but that shot from outside the box, and even Hovarth managed to get a hand on it. I think he's playing quite well today.
Yeah, I think his shot stopping ability is great. We saw that against Leeds in the cup. It's just the other stuff as well. And I think one thing stopping a shot, it's also where that ball goes after. He's no good palming it straight out.
Oh, yeah.
There was one earlier on, I think the first effort that they had, which we palmed straight back out, but if your defenders are wise to it, and that's going to happen, it's up to the defender. We saw it against Charlton, how the ball popped out and the striker got there first. The defenders have got to be wise to it all. So yeah. What's your thoughts, Zach? Do you think we're going to get a point, get a win? What's your thoughts?
I don't know if this is a bit over the top. I'm praying for a 2-0 win.
A 2-0 win.
I'm hoping.
There you go, Zach. Massive thanks. Massive thanks for coming on, pal. Do really appreciate it as always. Let's come to Paul, and I've got Morty as well. Paul, what do you make of that first half, pal?
Not bad, mate. Listen, you know what? For some reason, I've got the West Brom commentators. And, we live in a world now where everybody thinks they're a commentator. They need to do the research. They're absolutely frustrating me to death. They're saying stuff, some of the stuff they're saying, the reason Wednesday is struggling is because they're so deep. They're not going to do well deep. No, we're not going to do well because the chairman's stripped us of every player that's any good.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean?
The thing is, we're playing deep because we're trying to just soak up the pressure, aren't we, really? And I think we are frustrating West Brom. It's a dangerous game to play because whilst ever you're doing that, and we've seen it already this season, you can go 2-0 down and it is almost like game over. But they'll be going in at half-time, and I think they'll be actually fairly pleased, to be honest.
Yeah, I think they'll be pleased. I think the lads are doing great. It's so obvious, isn't it? I mean, we're trying to watch with this normal eye of, we've got a chance. But you look at the squad. I mean, Ugbo, for me, they need to send Ugbo to somebody like a psychologist to find out what's going on, what's actually happened to him. Does he know where the net is? He looks not only devoid of confidence, he doesn't look like a footballer.
Well, do you know, if we had any more players, if we had, the fact that George Brown is injured, but if we had a couple more strikers on the books, you'd be sending him out on loan. Well, you'd have already done that, wouldn't you? You'd have sent him on loan this summer to just get some confidence, even dropping a league or even 2 leagues, to be fair. Just
I think Cardiff knew the script, James. Cardiff knew the script. Came on loan to us. He's obviously done exactly the same as happened at Cardiff. I mean, but it's just annoying when you're listening to. I know it's a West Brom feed and stuff like that, but the whole. It's like they've not done the research on Sheffield. Some of the stuff they're saying, it's just ridiculous. Like,
well, Paul, I hope you haven't listened to my commentary. I hope you haven't listened to mine, Paul, because I don't even know any of the West Brom players' names. So. But I'm not a commentator.
No good,
I'm not a commentator. So,
I mean, but the thing is, I know we know more because it's our club, but you just expect them to have a little bit of knowledge in regards to what's actually going on at the club. It's almost like, they're here for the taking and this and that. Well, it's a bit obvious that, mate, isn't it? But you just do a little bit more research in why that we're struggling to get out of us half because we haven't got any players and we're playing a central midfielder that shouldn't arguably be in the first team at right back.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
yeah, that is.
But anyway, if we can nick one, I think if Cads comes on, a little bit of pace, close them down a little bit quicker, I think we're going to tire. He's getting really frustrated, Moat.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. What we're trying to frustrate him, and as it gets a bit further on, 60 minutes comes up, and we might bring some fresh legs on, and I think they're going to try and push a little bit more because a 0-0 to them is a bad result. They're getting a point against Wednesday. They're looking for all 3, so they'll be. Whereas a point to us. We're not going to stay up, but it's just a good, it stems the flow of all those defeats. And, they might make a few mistakes, push an extra man forward. We might be able to catch them on the break. Who knows? Paul, thanks for coming on, pal. Appreciate it. I just want to try and get through everyone before the second half gets underway. We've got Morty that wants to speak as well. Morty, how's things, mate? You all right? Just want to unmute yourself, pal?
Yeah, I'm good. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you very much. What did you make to that first stuff? I've seen you in the comments on the YouTube feed.
To be honest, I'm not too worried. I mean, for what we've got and what we're coming up against, I don't think we're holding us on too bad, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's not. It could have been a lot worse, couldn't it, at half time? With the chances that they had.
Yeah, definitely. At least we've gone down. We're in 0-0 still. We're not having to fight back in second half. We can come out with a winning chance still.
Has anyone that's impressed you so far at the moment? I mean, it's a tough one, but
Ingleson's always impressing me every game now.
What is it that you like about him?
Ingleson, he's just solid. He's no messing about. He gets stuck in and he can whip a ball. He can take a shot. He's just confident.
That's what you need as well, isn't it? Morty, that's what you need in this instance. I was talking earlier about, you need the likes of your Michael Smiths and your Callum Pattersons, your Will Volks, them sorts of people.
Yeah, and I think he's coming into his own this season.
Yeah, exactly. I think as a fan, it's like the whole Semedo argument, isn't it? Like, technically, probably not the best player, but if you give 110%, fans will like you, won't they?
You get noticed, 100%. Yeah, I agree.
Do you think we've got enough to perhaps get? Go on.
I don't think we're doing too bad against what we're coming up against because these are a good side in midfield. Like, they can hold their own, they can attack, and we're holding our own in defence against them. And I'm quite proud of them, to be honest, this first half.
Yeah, do you think we'll get anything out of it? Do you think we'll be able to nick a win potentially? Can you see that happening?
Oh, I mean, Wednesday they can always sneak a win. If they keep going out, they're going in second half. I don't see why they can't sneak a goal.
Yeah, quickly, and before the second half gets underway, Morty, what's your take on the whole situation at the moment? Because it's the change from kind of this time, 2 weeks ago, is monumental.
Well, obviously being a season ticket holder and been going obviously from back end of last season, been doom and gloom at games. You don't know whether you want to stand up, cheer, sing, walk out at ground or what. And then ever since last week, it's just been you just want to go. You just want to go. It's
just that positivity, isn't it? And the amount of money that's being raised by just fans. I mean, obviously everyone's spent money on tickets and things, but just to actually just give you money for no return whatsoever.
going back on what Paul said quickly about Ugbo, it's disheartening to see, like, in games where he's just not confident, because when we went down to open training session the other day, he were on fire. He was just like a completely different player.
Yeah,
He was slapping goals in net. It was weird. It's like, why can't he do that in games?
Well, I mean, look, he hasn't been playing much, has he, recently? I mean, I'm just looking now in terms of how many minutes he's played so far this season. I don't think it's many at all. 332.
If I'm honest, I'd rather see him come off the second half and bring McNeil on and give him a chance, because he needs some game time, because his confidence needs to grow.
Yeah, they've both played. They've both started 3 games. Ugbo's come on. I think Ugbo's come on in every single one off the bench. When he has been on there, Charlie McNeil the 6 times off the bench as well. Yeah, everyone needs to kind of, when you've not got that many senior players, and obviously, the lads that are on the bench, Pedersen, he's not really confident in him, is he? He's not really reaching to them to come on. So when you have got your McNeils and your Ugbos and your Jamal Lowe, them players that are being rotated, they need to do a bit more. But we've got to get the ball to him as well, haven't we, Morty? That's the other issue.
That's it, exactly. That's the one. We need to get ball in box, and them that's confident enough to stick their head in from.
Yeah, definitely. Morty, massive thanks for coming on, pal. Do really appreciate it.
Yep.
Second half is going to be not too far away, but yeah, just a plug as well. If anyone is listening over on X Spaces, head over to YouTube. We are doing a watch along where you can hear me for the next 45 minutes or so talking about the game, and you can get in the comments and get involved. It's always nice to chat to everyone, all the Sheffield Wednesday fans, and it's just nice. It just feels so positive at the moment around the place. Just the fans are just good to be back. Good to be back at Hillsborough. Obviously, we've got that game against Norwich on Wednesday, which hopefully should be a bit of a sellout. I saw someone asking how many tickets are left, and I haven't had a look recently. I'm gonna have a quick look now to see how many there is. If you go on there, it does say last tickets, but I know that it's not always the case. Wow, actually, there isn't many tickets left at all. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks sold out on the north, and there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks available to buy a ticket on the south. Obviously, I know it's split into 2 parts. So yeah, that is a lot of tickets. All the middle of the Cop is sold out as well. There's only tickets on the outside. There's not many tickets left at all. I would probably say, just having a quick scan down the right hand side where it gives you the numbers. So maybe someone can go and add them all up. It's probably 2,500 tickets, I want to say. But that's me just having a quick look. As the players do come out for this second half. The other stand I've not mentioned, the grandstand, again, all the middle is sold out. There's just the 2 blocks on the end where there's a smattering of tickets. And I bet you as well, when you go on it, I bet it's just 1s and 2, or maybe just 1 ticket. Why has it said there's tickets available on that? There's no tickets there. I've just clicked on Block Q. Yeah, you can sit at the back of the north stand if you want to get a ticket for Wednesday. Please do if you can get down there. There's the odd 1s and 2s available. And the second half is just about to get underway, so I'm going to end this Twitter Spaces. We'll be back just before full time for about 20 minutes, half an hour or so. Do join us there, and make sure you head over to YouTube and watch me on the watch along. See you over there, guys. Right, let's. The second half is just about to get underway. I don't think we've made any changes. I've not really been checking, to be fair. I don't think there has been. No changes for both sides. It's as we were in that first half, and yeah, like I was saying, it was a positive first half. Scrappy, yes. Could West Brom have been ahead? Yes, as well. But I think that's what makes it positive, in the fact that they're not. And, we're still in the game. As West Brom come forward, edge of the box, good defending from Jan Valery. And Ingelsson gets the ball. Palmer looks like to go long, and not a great clearance, and it's West Brom that have it in our own half. Morty, thanks for having me on, mate. Enjoyed that, although nerves were flying. No, Morty, you did well, pal. It's always nice to hear different people and different voices. That's what it's all about. Football is about opinions, and people are going to agree. Some people are going to disagree. That's what it's all about, and that's what the beauty is as well. It's a safe place over here. I like to listen to everyone. As West Brom player is down injured at the moment. Come on, Wednesday. Nold said the turnover since admin has been incredible on the Wednesday. On the Wednesday, 3K at Hillsborough. Friday, admin. Saturday, 200 grand spent in a day. 500 in 3 days. And now nearly a sellout for the next home game in midweek. Yeah. West Brom come forward on this left-hand side and they win a corner. Lee says, let's keep it tight early on and not concede a quick goal as usual. Yeah, we are receptive to an early goal, aren't we? In both halves. So, yeah, the next 5 to 10 minutes are going to be crucial. Old geezer, get Ugbo some of them huge luminous arrows that people hold behind the goal. Yeah, there's a clip from, is it from Japan or somewhere like that, where they're all, all running around telling people where the goal is. Header from West Brom and it's over the bar. It's going to be a goal kick. Johnny says Cads and McNeil on for Ugbo and Jamal Lowe. I don't know about McNeil playing that striker role. I'm not too sure, but maybe we're going to see some changes. We can't make none. We're just going to slow the game down. I feel this in this 45. It's going to be again all about frustrating West Brom as much as we possibly can, whilst ever we are still in the game. As Ugbo deals with that pass out to Figier. Ugbo dragged to the ground. It's not a foul, and that is going to be a foul from Jan Valery. Alex Mowatt's not having a great game at all, is he? He looks like he's struggling a little bit. He's been down a few times already in this game. The thing is, whenever you... Valerie's disappointed with that's been given as a free kick, but whenever you raise your hands and put your hands on someone, again, like it or hate it, it's going to be a free kick. You just can't do it, can you? You can't put your hands on players. I mean, I've never played at any sort of decent level. I played when I was a kid, but I've never played at any decent level at all. But yeah, it is frustrating. It is a contact sport, but again, like if you push someone and they fall over, it is going to be a foul, unfortunately. Ball comes out to Figier. I can't say his name right. I'm going to practice. I'm going to ask him, actually. Fazia, is that it? I don't know. I'll get it right at some point. We're trying to come forward on this left-hand side, and we're not being given any sort of space or time on the ball at all. West Brom are straight on us, just making life very difficult for us. It's whether they can keep that up. You know, it's a difficult thing to do, but it's making us panic a little bit, and we are having to, you know, pump it long just to get rid of it sometimes, which is just playing into West Brom's hands, to be fair. Do get your comments coming in, as always. Always nice to hear from you all. Fuzia. Yeah, all right. I saw your comment, Nathan. I'm like, what are you on about? And then when I read it, I'm like, you're telling me how to pronounce his name. Fuzia. This is just going to be 10 minutes of me just saying a random name. 5 minutes gone in this second half, and still 0-0. Morty, if you say Fusia, that's the pronunciation. Thanks, Morty. Cross from West Brom comes in. Oh, Jesus Christ, he's nearly took his fucking head off. Christ almighty. Harry Amass is stooped low to get the header away, and the lad's kind of done a karate kick, and oh, dear me. Oh, he's caught him with his knee round the face. That must have hurt. fair play to Harry Hamas. He's got up and he's carrying on. As we're seeing shots of Tango, proper Tango without his shirt on as well. I wonder if he'll be able to do that at Hillsborough again. Anyway. Morte, Man U fans really rate Hamas. I saw a comment earlier saying, what's he doing? He's up his game. I think defensively he struggles a little bit, and I think he'd probably admit that himself. I think going forward, and his technical ability is absolutely fantastic, and probably one of the best players technically that we've got on it's easy to say Barry Bannon, and I think he's good as well, but some of that close control that Harry Hamas has got is brilliant. Knowles, he had his shirt off last home game against Oxford. There we go. I didn't clock it. I sit quite close to him as well. I'm on the north, 20 yards out, I would say. And obviously he sits down, as you all know, bottom of the cop. So I should have seen him, but need my eyes testing. Andy, wasn't Tango doing something on the pitch at half time? Yeah, for his one in every corner incentive that he's been doing. Initiative, I think is the word I'm looking for there. Yeah, for the defibrillators, which is he's been doing some fantastic work there as West Brom play out from the back, trying to win it off them, and we're actually doing a bit of pressing now. I don't know whether that's been a cue for the second half to actually press a little bit more than we did in the first, just to kind of change it a little bit. And with Ingleson has hustled and harried, and the ball's gone out for a Wednesday corner. Morty's on the north, on the R block. Yeah, I'm in P or Q1? I don't even know. I'm in the P block. Just checked. Corner's going to come in. Barry Bannon, of course, going to take it in swinger this time. Goes back to the back post. It's headed away, just as way as the half to the edge of the box. Pinball with the headers. Is anyone going to get a control of it? Oh, no. Jamal Lowe did really well to win the ball back there, but he's adjudged to have fouled the West Brom player. I've just looked as well, the fundraising appeal from the Sheffield Wednesday Supporters Trust, a whopping £46,725. I've just refreshed it. 46,860. Absolutely incredible, the amount that people have donated, whether that's a big donation or a small donation. It all matters. And, yeah, fair play. Ugbo's closed down there and closed the keeper, Griffiths, down. He's managed to get a foot on it. He did really, really unlucky there, and its ball's gone out for a throw-in. It's going to be a Wednesday throw-in. Can I overthrow it that far? Domayofa is a bit of a argy-bargy in the box. Having getting a bit of a telling off. Throw-in. Barrels it into the 6-yard box, and it's a foul. And he says, idea for new owners, £1 of every season ticket sales is donated to a local charity or set up a foundation to help support fans like Create a Dream. That's a fantastic idea. I'm sure there are so many initiatives that the club want to do but just haven't been able to do, which, yeah, it's a fantastic idea. FC Laker says, I'm from Argentina. I've always been a huge fan of the Owls. Sad about the current situation, but we're still here. Greetings. That's from Eric. Nice to see you in here, Eric. Yes, it is a sad situation, but I think from an ownership point of view, we've bottomed out. We're on the up in that regards. We're not out of the woods yet. Totally get that. But, yeah, there's a lot of positivity around things. From the footballing side of things, I don't think we've bottomed out at all yet. I think, we are facing League One next season, but hopefully that will be the bottom, and we can do what we've done in the past, previous 3 times we've been down there, and get out of there as fast as we possibly can. But under no illusion that it's a big job, and I think a big job for the infrastructure as well, not just the playing side of things, which again needs a huge rebuild, but it's more the training ground, the academy, the stadium, all that sort of stuff. Just the back of house team as well, just in terms of personnel. I don't mean replacing them, I mean adding to it. Just there needs to be more people around the place to just do as all the things that we're trying to do. Old geezer sat on the train, loading it up in first class on the way to London. Give me a reason to piss the pretend snobs off with the loud "get in, please." Question from Richard: when it's our turn to start the half, why is it always back to Bannon for a left peg for a throw, or at best a 50-50 ball? So easy for teams to defend against. Why not keep possession? It's a great question, Richard. I mean, for me, I think you're actually better off doing what they do in rugby and just ping it out into the corner and get a throw. Is a minute's applause for Mark Townend. This was the fan that suffered the heart attack at Hillsborough last September, and it's great that the ball's gone out and the whole stadium is clapping. The players have stopped as well, and they're clapping too. It's great to see this. Football is more than football's more than a game of football, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? There's more to it than that. So great to see that. Throw-in comes in. Is it dealt with? It's West Brom deal with it, get it to halfway, and Bannon, can he win it back? Yes, he can. Comes out to Fuchsia. Sean. Comes to Sean. Sean has it on the right-hand side. Train Spotter says West Brom will win with a West Brom avatar. Nice to see you joining us, Train Spotter. He does actually say I am a West Brom fan, yeah. Maud says anyone with a shirt with the dictator's name head to call him Mr. Meadows for your sponsor cover-up. Yes. Do head over to Call Him Mr. Meadows. Follow him on Instagram as well. He's fantastic. He's got some brilliant football shirts. Obviously, all Sheffield Wednesday ones, mainly from the 90s, all with the Sanderson logos. He's got a lot of stuff on his eBay page as well. Do check that out from time to time. He just got some fantastic stuff on there as well. Ozzy says, I'm named after Ozzy Owl. Wow. Is anyone else named after any Wednesday players or anything? Is there any Johns in here named after John Sheridan? West Brom making a change. 60 minutes gone, or there or thereabouts. Noldsy, you've been watching too much Champions League. Press from the kickoff by booting it to the corner flag. I haven't, mate. It just makes sense. Like, get the ball down in the corner flag and just keep them in there. Like, you've got to do things differently at times, and maybe that's not doing it differently if that's what happens in the Champions League. But I just think, for me, it's all about territories in football and get the ball further forward. Sean does extremely well down this right-hand side to win the ball back. Oh, that's a late tackle. I don't think it is a foul, actually, to be fair. I think he gets to the ball first, but the ref's going to give it. And he says, Sky commentator said Harry Amass was on loan from Aston Villa. I ain't got a clue, have they? FC Lacka says, we're back on top now, but the day before yesterday we lost in the... All right, sorry. In Argentina, I'm a Racing Club fan, a team that's disappeared in 2001, only to rise again. That's football, and we fans suffer the most. We're back on top now, but the day before yesterday, we lost in the Copa Libertadores semi-finals, the Champions League of South America. Hopefully the Owls will come out strong and rise again. Yeah, we've had a few Argentinians, haven't we? Pablo Bonvin, he was Argentinian, weren't he? I want to say. Fernando Forestier, is he count as Argentinian or is he Italian? I never quite know which nationality he is. Anyone else name some Argentinian players that we've had in the past? There's three that I can see, but see if anyone else gets any of them. Ozzy says Italian, yeah, but were you born in Argentina though? Or did he have Argentinian parents? Yeah, he was born in Rosario, Argentina, but he is Italian. Yeah, Italian parents, that was it. He started his career at Newell's Old Boys, or NOB, as the abbreviation goes, which I always find. I have a little bit of a giggle to myself at that one. Yes, Martin Emiliano Martinez, World Cup winner. Is he the only World Cup winner that we've had? Yeah, Juan Cobian as well. Andy says, Russell, you must be named after a Chris Packett. Love the banter in the chat as well. Always great to see. Ozzy, wait, you know Fernando, he lived behind my nanan. I went to his house for an autograph. Love it. That's been great. That's been great to see as well. The players in the club shop. Obviously, it's been half term this past week. Lots of kids, and you know what? That's how you forge the fan, the younger fan base, the younger generation. You know, I'm sure people out there will have autograph books of signatures of David Hurst or Chris Waddle or things like that, and that's what you have to do. These sorts of things. That might be the difference between a young fan becoming a Sheffield Wednesday fan, or a young lad or a young girl, and them not as well. So, Noldsy Hidalgo, I think his name was. Don't think he played for the first team, but he signed same year. Yeah, I remember him. I'm sure there were big things rumoured for him, like in the future, but never came of anything, did it? Manuel Hidalgo was his name. He's now at... is it that team that Fernando Forestier was at? Johor Darul Tazim in Malaysia. I'm sure that was a team that Nando was at, I think. But yeah, never played for us. They signed for us in 2020. But anyway. Ron Springett won the World Cup. Showing your age now, Johnny. Ozzy says, I got Baz's signature on Thursday in the shop. Nice one. Phil King signed my arm. I didn't wash it for weeks. I love alt like that. Why didn't you get him to sign your shirt, old geezer? Nino, do you think there's a winner or stays 0-0? I mean, given the first 20 minutes of this second half, it certainly looks like it's going to be a 0-0. But, I'd like to think in the next 5 minutes or so, we're going to get Cads on, we might get McNeil on. Are we going to roll the dice a little bit and try and get a win? Dean says, need some fresh legs on. I do agree. Does Jack Charlton count? Yeah. Former manager, of course. Russell said Blunt's nearly had Maradona, apparently. there's a few players warming up. Whether or not they come on or not is another question. But yeah, I do agree. We do need some fresh legs. Do you know what? There's going to be a point where you think just play these young lads. Obviously they're talking about like your Thorntons and Johnsons, people like that. They've showed already in the games in the cup that they've got enough to do it. Like, why not give them a go? What's the worst that's going to happen? Do you know what I mean? Especially when you've got the three games in a week, which again we've got that this time around. Obviously we're at West Brom today. It's Norwich on Wednesday, and then we've travelled the long trip down to Southampton. Ingleson got it outside the box, finds Ugbo. Tame effort, if we're being honest. Come on, Wednesday. I thought Ingleson were going to hit it himself, to be fair. It opens up for him. But it's a good pass. Slips him in. He needed to be left-footed, though. He needed to kind of open it up on his left-hand side and hit it. Obviously, clearly not confident. It's a chance, though. Good pressing as well. Winning that ball high up in their final third. It makes football a lot easier if you can do that. And Ingleson obviously capitalised on it. It was a poor pass from West Brom. It was just a mistake that they made. Ozzy, wait, shout 67. It's the 67th minute. My kids have been saying that for just for the past 2 or 3 weeks, and I still don't really know what they're on about. But anyway. Noldsy, left foot Ugbo. Agreed. Got to hit it with his left. Got to hit it with his left. Morton, I see Fernandez on the bench. He looked good against Leeds, yeah. Sean Ingleson needs to believe in himself and smash the ball. I thought it was opening up for him. I thought he was going to hit it. I would have hit it if the other option was passing it to Ugbo, but hey-ho. He's going to score a goal at some point in it. Like when it's going to be, I have no idea. Or Sean gets beaten on this left-hand side. Johnston gets to the byline, lifts it up, and it's too far. But they still managed to come away with the ball. West Brom again, I can hear the fans getting really restless and really angry. Well, I won't say angry, but they want more from this West Brom side. And again, that's playing into our hands at the moment. We're creating chances, we're creating opportunities as Ugbo goes flying into to the defender. So late. That looked a tired tackle, that one. He's going in the book for that as well. Old Geezer said, I had Ugbo as the next scorer, and my bet 365 sent my cash back with a smiley face. Then we're going to make a triple substitution. This is their 4th substitution. We've yet to make one at the moment, as is the depth that West Brom have in comparison to what we've got. And those lads will be tired out there as well. It'll be tough. 70 minutes of, let's be honest, a lot of defending, although we have had a bit more of the ball this second half. I guess we'll probably even shaded the second half if we're in possession. Let me have a look. Possession since half-time has been... No, 55% possession since half-time. Over the course of the game, 59 to West Brom. So we've had slightly more of the ball. But we're going to have to do some more defending again, whereas West Brom have the ball, but they elect to go short and get over the halfway line. Ball down the line. It's dealt with by Iorfa, who looks to go back to the goalkeeper, thinks better of it, and he'll clear it left-footed, but he kicks it straight out of play for another West Brom throw. I'm surprised we haven't made any changes yet. You could argue, well, why change it if we're doing all right? But we do need them fresh legs. It can quickly get away from us, can't it, at times? So yeah, surprised that we haven't seen Kadamartri come on, at least. Ozzy says, Kadamartri plays pool at the snooker club down the road from me. Is he any good? Is he any good at pool? West Brom come forward again on this left-hand side, looking to get a cross in. They do, but it's headed straight away, as is pretty much every single cross that they've had so far this season. We're playing really deep. You know, we've not got anyone. We kind of that ball gets cleared, and Ugbo is the furthest man forward, and he's a good 10 or 15 yards inside our own half. It is backs against the wall kind of things at the moment. Headed again away, only as far as the edge of the box. They're fashioning a shot off. No, they can't. Ugbo, no, it's Iofa, sorry, with a tackle. The pressure's mounting. I'm going to say, if they're going to score, it's definitely been coming. Left-footed shot, and Nathan Horvath saves it and catches it this time. It's coming. The West Brom goal is definitely coming. We've just got to weather this storm again, because they're going to they've got a lot of confidence. The tails are up. The crowd are responding to this attack from West Brom as well. You've got to make some sort of change. You know, we've got to get some legs on there. McNeil, Kadamartri, go along for him and just let them run. Let them run and run onto the ball and alleviate a bit of that pressure. They've given a corner for some reason. I don't know if I missed that or not. Leicester 2-0 down, says Nino. That's the Blackburn. So the corner comes in. Crossed in. Into the 6-yard box. It's dealt with by Iofa, and Bannon can volley it over to halfway line. Again, there's nobody out there. Harry Amass is actually the furthest man forward this time. Johnson again. Oh dear. Ingleson's gone down and the ref stops it. Is he giving a free kick? What happened there? What's happened there? I'm just watching. Oh, he's pushed him in his face. Like, surely that should be a yellow card. You can't raise your hands. I mean, even a red card, you could argue. Fair play for the ref for seeing that. Normally, stuff off the ball don't get seen, does it? But fair play. So I'm just having a look on the socials, see if I've missed anything or not. Looks like I probably have, but anyway. West Brom clear it. Their goalkeeper, has it gone out for a throw? No, it hasn't. Wednesday managed to keep it in, and again it's head tennis, as it has been for quite a lot of the game, to be fair. Jan Valery goes looking for, well, is he looking for Ingelsson? Is he looking for Ugbo? Whoever he's looking for, he didn't find him anyway. Oh, Valery with a strong tackle, and can we start something from this? West Brom get back well, and well done, Valery. Come on, keep going, son. Ingelsson gets there. Turn it, reverse it. Oh, come on. You're just lacking that last little bit of quality. Come on, Wednesday. Oh, it's just... We are just lacking that last... It's absolute pinball at the moment. Jan Valery's got it outside the box. He goes down. Is it a foul? It is a foul. Come on. The atmosphere must be amazing, because it's literally end-to-end at the moment. There's so many misplaced passes, big tackles going in. Sam, odds on us seeing out this point, mate. It could be a point. If they could win it, we could win it. I ain't got a clue what's going to happen, you know. Is Bannon going to hit it? Is Bannon going to strike it? We saw a goal from long way out against Oxford. Admittedly, that wasn't a Wednesday player that scored it. It was Brannigan that hit it. But goals can be scored from a long way out. Bannon is more of a curler than a driller. But what's he going to do? Is he going to have a go? Or is he going to... I think he's going to have a go. Palmer's in the wall. Is he going to get it in that top right-hand corner? If he does, I'm going ballistic. He strikes it straight into the wall. Nothing coming. Poor that. You've got to get it over the wall at least. but we still have possession, and we're going to have a throw-in. Nino says a draw is a fair result. Yep, I get that, but this game is there for both to be won. Do you know what I mean? We still haven't made any substitutes, by the way. We're 76 minutes in. There's 15 minutes left, and still no subs. As I mentioned, McNeil and Cadamarteri look to be coming on. As I say that, are they going to come on for Ugbo and Jamal Lowe? Both have been largely ineffective, if I'm being perfectly honest. Ingleson, long throw. Can it be flicked on? Hits it! Oh! Palmer with his left foot strikes it straight over the bar, but it's a chance and it's an effort. Better. We don't do that often enough. You know, from the long throws, you don't need to throw it that far. You need to throw it, and then it needs to be a flick on from someone like, Dom Iorfa. Flick on at the front post, cause that chaos. Because whilst when you're throwing it from so far out, it's easy for the keeper or anyone else to judge where the ball's going to be. If you can win that first header and flick it on, it's easier to throw it to that man. He's not as far away. And then again, it creates that bit of chaos. Because, how many goals has Iorfa scored with his head from a throw-in? None. So, Knowlesies, Jamal Lowe, even on the pitch, I haven't noticed him at all. It's a fair point to make. He's been, again, very ineffective so far today. He's there, look, on this centre of the picture. Come on, dig deep, Wednesday. Ball comes out to this left-hand side. Sean needs to get out to him quickly. The cross comes in. Horvath goes there. He's on the deck. Looks like he punched it just in time. Ball's cleared and it's halfway. Is it going to go out for a throw? No, it's going to be kept in. Come on, Wednesday. It'd be a huge point, and if we can nick the win, what a win that would be as well. It's been such a battling performance. Sean Fisher just Harry Master with the block. It's going to go out for a corner. 10 to go. They're the famous Sheffield Wednesday. Probably not right time to say this, but what's your favourite Wednesday chant? If you had to pick one, which one do you go for? As it looked like it was going to go out for a corner, but it's not. It's going to be a goal kick. Yeah. As they make this change in the driving rain at West Brom, what's your favourite Wednesday chant? It's coming on for Svante Ingleson then. I think that's mainly probably down to the fact that he's absolutely bollocks more than anything else, if I'm being honest. Ross Wallace just saying there about Ingleson. Look at that. Ugbo's come off and Henrik Pedersen's just given him stopped him and obviously telling him something, whether he's maybe saying to him, you should have fucking scored that goal in that first half or not. But it's a great pass over the top from Cadamarteri. They're looking for Jamal Lowe, but just can't find him. I don't know if we've changed the system or not. It looked like we're going with 3 up top, with Cadamarteri being that central focal point and Jamal Lowe and Charlie McNeil either side of him. I think that probably works, to be fair. Smiley Face A says, classic hi-ho chant. Sam Lindsay likes the We've Got Barry Bannon song. Real Johnny says, where can you watch it? It's on Sky Sports. singing the blues. We are the Owls as West Brom come forward and, one of you, deal with it. Palmer passes it out to McNeil on this right-hand side, who plays it inside, but straight to a West Brom player. And he likes the We Are the Wednesday Boys song. Old geezer, Ugbo off is the best chant ever. Come on, Wednesday. There's about 10, 12 minutes to go of this game. It's still 0-0. It has been such a battle. You have to praise the lads out there because, on paper, people write us off. We're bottom of the league, minus 6 points. Relegation is on the cards. But I suppose the team talk would be just go out and just disrupt the other team's season. They're going to think they're going to win this game and win it at a canter. Let's just show to them that that's not the case. Again, it's been a lot of possession from West Brom, and they've tried to dictate the game, but it's just not worked for them at all. Can we snatch something from it as it comes forward into the box? Oh, Horvath there, how he saved that, I have no idea. Just watching this back. Oh, dear me. Is it Dom Iorfa that's... I think he's down injured as well. It is Dom. Just stopped an own goal there. Fair play to Dom, because if that had been the West Brom player, you could argue that was going in. Andy loves Iorfa's song. Russell says we've got Carlton Palmer. He smokes Mara. The next bit. Noldsy, go on when there's a counter attack. Not a chant, but a great noise for a goal. Yeah, I like that. I don't know if you listen to the Football Cliches podcast at all, but they love a good go on. Especially when it's like it skips past one challenge and then skips past another, and you get the two go ons that come one after the other. There, it's always nice. So it's pissing it down in West Bromwich. It's nice and sunny as I look outside the window. A bit cloudy, but. Perfect weather for playing football in, though, and it's just greasy on the surface as well, and the ball zips along, and you can get a good slide tackle in there. Andy Marshall, get it forward! Oh, it's a... Is he booking him for a dive? Go on, son. I love that. He's staying, what? Is it a dive? I'm going to have a look at this again. Oh, it is a dive. What a, mate, fair play, ref. I saw a comment earlier and said, fair play. I think it was when I was talking about the push on Jan Valery in the middle of the park, and someone's commented and said, I think the ref's been great. I do agree. I think the referee has been absolutely fantastic in this game. And it's not often that we do give praise, but I think credit where credit's due. I think he's got the vast majority of things right, to be honest. Come on, Wednesday. Can we do something in these final 5 minutes? Not long left. Ball goes forward. Max Lowe, great header back to Horvath. And you know what? It'll be a great point. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, we don't need points. If we are going to survive, if we're going to keep that chance alive, one of you, Cadamartri and McNeil getting each other's way there. Poked out to the middle. Bannon can't get to it. Russell, the Lee Gregory chant was proper on point. Yeah, I remember that chant started at MK Dons away, I think it was. Was that the game where Bannon scored that absolute worlder? As Honolulu Wednesday rings out in the away, and it has done for the past 3 or 4 minutes, to be fair. Then Wednesday fans in that away end are loving it. It's only 0-0, but look, we've got our Wednesday back, and I don't blame him one bit at all. Matt Johnson is in that away end, of course. We'll be able to hear what it was all like tomorrow, 8 o'clock. You all know that. It's been the same for God knows how long now. As West Brom come forward and... The West Brom player on the deck, he picks the ball up and the ref gives a handball. Fair play to the ref, fair play. Nolsey, where's Honolulu Wednesday originally from? I don't know. Does anyone else know that question? When did Honolulu Wednesday actually start? I want to say it was probably one of the last away games, and they all had the Hawaiian shirts and the Hawaiian dresses and things like that. Like a bit of a fancy dress. That is my guess. I could be wrong. As to when that was, I don't know. And he's Kadamachi's just been too heavy-handed and gives away a free kick when we're in a bit of a fairly promising position. Right, I'm going to get the Twitter Spaces ready so it can be absolutely seamless and go from one to another. No, it's not a GIF. Full-time reaction versus... As Wednesday come forward with Jamal Lowe cutting into the middle. Passes it to Fagier. Hits it! Oh, he does hit it and it's deflected. And, Charlie McNeil is absolutely livid with him. Oh, McNeil was in acres of space, yeah. A reminder as well, do head over to X Spaces if you want to get involved and let me know what you thought of this game. I know it's not finished, and it's not finished by some margin yet, but do come over and let me know. Barry Bannon looks to take this corner. In swinger again with his left foot. Barry Bannon floats it in. It's headed away only as far as Harry Amass. Go on, Harry. Get there. One of you. Barry, hit it. Oh, come on, someone, please. Valley, we're just probing on this edge of the box. We can't get an opening. Is it clipped out to... Oh, no, come on. McNeil had to do better with that. It was too easy to deal with. Oh, Bannon can't quite get there. Get there, someone. Good. Tense stuff. $90 minutes just about to come up on the clock into injury time. Can we get something from this game? I know a point would be a very, very good point, let's be honest. Can we get anything more out of it? Well, it looks like we're going to make a substitution as well. $4 minutes of added time. 4 minutes for us to get something from this game. So I'm just trying to set up this Twitter Spaces, which is not really... it's not working for me. What's happening? West Brom come forward on this left-hand side. Crossing it into the back stick. Header! Cleared off the line. Come on, Wednesday. Let's dig deep. Please dig deep. Good tackle. They're making a late sub. Daryl DK, former Barnsley man, coming on. Trying to force something. Mepham coming off. They're chucking men forward in his final 2 or 3 minutes. Looks like Jamal Lowe's going to come off. Bruno Fernandes is the man that's going to come on for him. Apparently he's been hobbling for the last 5 minutes or so. So, yeah, fresh legs coming on. Come on, can we do something? Can we get something? Can we get a winner in this one? It's West Brom that are coming forward, though. They cross it straight into Ethan Horvath's arms. Sam says, I'd love a point here. Kicked it forward. He's gone straight to West Brom player. Charlie McNeil's chasing down. Can't quite get there. All right, let's see if I can get this working. If I can't get it working, I do apologise for people that did want to come up and speak on Twitter Spaces. It's not. I've no idea what the problem is, but it doesn't seem to be starting. Matt says squeaky bum time. Is there time for a winner? Says Andy. "30 seconds left in this one. Down this left-hand side. Sheffield Wednesday come forward. Is there enough time for one more chance? Have we got it in us to get a winner? It's going to be a throw-in. Is Ingleson going to take it? Is it going to be a long one? Ingleson ain't going to take it because he's not even on the fucking pitch mapping. One more chance to get it forward. Max Lowe is going to take it. He's gone short. Comes back to him. West Brom look to clip it forward and go on, get your foot on it, one of you. Good tackle from Charlie McNeil. Oh, Cadamarchi gets barged off the ball there. We are into added time, and there we go. That is it. Full time. It finishes Sheffield Wednesday 0, West Brom 0. It's a point. I think we have to take the positives from all of that. The Wednesday fans in the away end all applauding the players' effort there, and I have to agree as well. It's been a monumental effort. You know, it's a team that on paper they should beat us. Let's be honest. You know, West Brom should be beating us in this situation that we find ourselves in, but the fact that we've actually gone toe-to-toe with them, and all right, yeah, West Brom had a lot more of the ball. They've had a lot more possession. Ultimately, they haven't done anything with it, and I think if you look at West Brom's results so far this season, when they have been given the ball, they've not done anything. So, yeah, Sam says would have taken it before the game, and a fantastic point. Mike, good point, agreed. Dean, well-earned point. Andy, listen to the West Brom boos. Yeah, they would have been coming into this game expecting a win. You know, they're playing bottom of the league, a team that's in administration, a team that's on -6 points. And let's be honest, we were bottom of the league before we went into administration as well. We haven't got many players. You know, we don't score many goals. Incidentally, as well, I've seen people say, Matt says clean sheet as well. Yep, agreed. The first time in an away game that we've failed to score as well. So yeah, I think we can take so many positives from this result. Yes, you know, it's not a win. If we're going to have any chance of staying up, we need to pick up some wins. But we've got to be realistic in all this. Away from home, if you pick your points up, we can move on. We can take, like I said, take a lot of positives. The only negative from it, I guess, is how much has that point taken out of us, because we know we've got a really threadbare squad. We haven't got much turnaround time. It's Norwich on Wednesday, which I think they was playing also in that early kickoff. I don't know how they've got on. I'm just going to have a quick look now. Norwich have been beaten 2-0 as well, so they'll be, I mean, they could sack. It won't surprise me if they've sacked their manager. Is it Manning, Liam Manning, who's their gaffer? Hull have beaten them 2-0. They are well down there, aren't they, Norwich? Are they next to bottom? Yeah. Just 2 wins so far this season, so they could have sacked theirs. Old Geezer says, first point under brighter days. Agreed. Let me just tweet my 3-word match review tweet at WTID Pod if you're not already following us over there. Rob Bell, yes, good point. Morty, good game. We held our own. They had to make changes early. Speaks volumes. Yep. Mark, a deserved point. Another battling performance by the lads. Lee, swear just seeing Mr. Johnson on the screen. Probably have, yeah. He's big, long arms. He's there. It's a home game for him. I think 15 minutes away from the Hawthorns is where he lives. Kevin, good game, clean sheet, and now -5. Up the -5 Owls is what we need to be saying. Yeah, obviously we head into Norwich game now on Wednesday, and I think the bigger picture in all of this is obviously not what's happening on the pitch. It's everything that's happening behind the scenes. But you can't fault them. You can't fault the way that they've applied themselves. And if anything, by virtue of just playing the same team every single week, because that's what we have to do, hopefully we're going to see, better partnerships between some of the players. We're just lacking that cutting edge, that Ugbo chance. If he puts that away, look, I know they would probably throw in the kitchen sink at us and it could have been a totally different story. But we're talking about those fine margins. And once again, it's another game that we're in, that we've been in. We haven't been absolutely wiped off the park. There've been some big tackles, but putting, doubling up on certain people, not giving people chances. I think, their midfield had a bit of a torrid day. To be fair, they didn't fare too well at all. Andy says, was he in his owl costume? No, he wasn't. But I have asked him to be in that owl's costume tomorrow as well. So whether or not he did, if it was me, I would have worn it. We'll see what happens. I have asked him. It will be really funny if he does put it on. A reminder, we will be back on tomorrow again, as always, 8 o'clock. Myself and Matt will be talking over all the goings on. I'm sure there's lots of stuff off the pitch that we want to talk about, and a lot of stuff on the pitch. He was there today, of course. Yeah, if he saw it any differently to how I saw it. Sam says it's an open league, no team dominating. Everyone besides Cov take each game as it comes. We're all Wednesday, aren't we? Unforgettable says only 55 points away from safety now. Yeah, when you look at it like that, you think, fucking hell. But we've got to be better than 3 teams over the course of the season. Daz, Ugbo showed his frustration when he came off. I think once the takeover happens and we are allowed to sign players, we need to release his contract. But what a fantastic draw that was this afternoon. Anne, always look on the bright side of life. Look, long may this positivity continue. It's I didn't think it would come this early, if I'm being perfectly honest with myself. I was preparing myself for, certainly this season, with him just kind of dragging his heels and stumbling from one to another. But the fact that we can look positively now, and I think the takeover is going to come probably too late for any sort of January interest in terms of bringing players in. And besides, we can't pay for players anyway. It's going to be very interesting to see what the EFL do in regards to the embargoes and things. Obviously, the embargo may be lifted, so we can then freely sign players. But I suppose the other one is, this summer we couldn't even pay for any loans. At least we might be able to bring some players in on loan. Perhaps the EFL might look a bit more favourably on that. And I suppose even if the transfer fee ban does stay in place, even into next season, if we are playing in League One, will that even affect us? Because how much money is spent in League One? You could argue that we could easily be able to cobble together a competitive side just by bringing in loans and free transfers and things. So I don't think a lot of people are saying, are they going to retract that and stuff. I don't think it really bothers us. And if anything, the fact that we have got that transfer fee ban, it gives the new owners an absolute free hit in terms of, you know, they don't have to worry about that. Nobody can come at them for the lack of spending on the field. They can put everything into place. You can get all your director of football and things and your recruitment team together and actually build something where the time where we can actually spend money on players, we've prepared for it as well as we possibly can and things like that. So, and also an opportunity to spend money on the infrastructure, or at least get plans in place to do that. Because I think that's the one thing that the Sheffield Wednesday Football Club is massively, massively lacking. You look at the training ground; it looks tired. We've got a conservatory, for fuck's sake. Do you know what I mean? Like it needs to be brought. It needs to be modernised. Whether that means on the current site, which is probably difficult because it's not a big site at all, or whether that means we have to move further afield to actually, you know, put the training ground somewhere else. If that, you know, some people will say, "Oh, I don't want it too far away," but you know, who goes down to training ground anyway? It's only the players, and if that means that we can have some top world-class facilities and an academy, I mean, you could do what Sheffield United are planning on doing, move the first team somewhere else, and then the academy could use what is now the current training ground, and that would be, you know, that hopefully that could be able to bring players on, and we can actually see more of the likes of, you know, Ernie Weaver, George Brown, Bailey Cadamartre, those sorts of players that are coming through, and we can actually be a bit more of a sustainable football club that actually generates some talent coming through. Because at the moment, you know, a young lad, they're just going off to Man U, Man City, Leeds. You know, they're going to even, I dare say, our neighbours as well. They're just going to go off to those sorts of places instead of, you know, staying at us. Let's read some more comments. Morty says, it's so good to feel positive. We haven't had this feeling for a long time. Martin, even Cov just lost. It's wide open. Yeah, I mean, I still think they are going to run away with it. But yeah, despite all their dominance or perceived dominance, Middlesbrough can actually, they can't go top because their goal difference is far superior, but Middlesbrough can actually go level with a win this afternoon. Fuzia did well in the second half. Still can't get it right. God help me. Annie, we are stronger together. Daz, I also think it's about time we stop this minute's applause for everybody. Yeah, I'm not going to read that, Daz. It's nice to do those sorts of things, you know, when people do pass away. Old Geezer says the attitude of every Owls fan is fantastic at the moment. Also, we need to carry this carnival attitude to and through the Christmas period. Show any buyer that we are a positive part of the club. Just on that, I think a lot's been said about this Norwich game on Wednesday and getting it full and things, and people saying it's for the, you know, to show the potential buyer. Now, if there are potential buyers that are going to be at the Norwich game, 100% get it, because it's one thing seeing it on a video. For example, I've watched that Peterborough game back, or certainly the highlights, more times than what's normal. Do I feel the same? Well, maybe that's a bad example, because when I watch it, it brings back the memories of when I was there stood in the stand. But I could give another one. There's any other game that's there's been a decent atmosphere. On the telly, you think, well, that's a good atmosphere. When you're actually there, it's totally different. So to that point, if there are any potential buyers sat in the stands, and I'm sure there'll be people out with the binoculars looking in that director's box, okay, that will show them that, wow, this is a special place. But the other side of it is, would they not know that already? Like, if you are buying a football club, you're not just buying a chocolate bar in the newsagents. It's a football club. It's a really big investment, and surely you'd be talking to people that are telling you what it could be like. And I think you should know that anyway, just by virtue of people, you know, the response that we've had shows you already that people are willing to spend money. So yeah, it's I do agree though that it does need to carry on. It is going to be difficult though. I know we've got a point today. We haven't been battered, but it's how long can we keep that going? Hopefully, we can keep up these performances right through to the end of the season. Hopefully, if someone can get through the door soon, we can actually sign some players in January and actually bring some players in to actually help strengthen the squad and give us a bit of a more rotation, really. Because I think when you look at the first 11, it's not bad at all. Like it can hold its own, and we've seen that today. But it's just that strength in depth that we just haven't got. Daz says we need a new ground and new infrastructure. Yeah, but that's not going to be overnight, is it? That is probably your 5 or your 10-year plan for whoever the next owner is going to be. And yep, agree with this. If we first need a buyer and build from the bottom up. Yeah, let's not get on the backs if they haven't built a super squad in the next 2 years. We're at a point now where we do need to look long term, and we do need to look at building, like I said, a better academy for starters. That's, for me, is one of the big ones. The training ground of the academy needs to be brought up to date and modernised, definitely. Mark says, Harry Amass, quality again today. Certainly a Prem player in the future. Yeah, still question marks over his defending at times, but I think from a technical point of view, such a fantastic player. And I think he'll gain a lot from playing for Sheffield Wednesday this season. All right, he perhaps won't have he'll be paid. He gets paid by Manchester United, so he won't have the same worries and things like that some of the other players have had. But hopefully we're over that now. And yeah, I do agree though. He's a great player. I'd love to sign him on a permanent. I know that's never going to happen. But one thing though is, let's not forget his deal's only up until January. Us extending his deal would be fantastic, and I don't think Man United would say no to that either, because he's playing every single week, and that's what you want from youngsters. And it's fairly close. I don't know if he's moved over to Sheffield or not, or if he's still living in Manchester, even if he does live in Manchester or not. But it's an easy commute for him. I'm sure he's enjoying himself as well. Richard says, Cov lost me £95 last night and I'm still pissed about it. Unlucky son. J-Bo just couldn't finish our dinner today. Other than that, I'd say solid performance from the lads and amazing support from the best fan base in England. Agree, J-Bo, 100%. When you say couldn't finish our dinner, when you look at it, how many chances did we actually have in that game today? I don't think we had many, did we, at all? Let me see if I can find the number of shots that we had. 5 shots we had. Of those, how many were on target? Just the 2. Ingleson, I think that was the one at the near post, and then Ugbo with 1 as well, which was that tame effort. So if you add that to the one that he didn't get his foot on, 3 chances. Yeah, I think we need to be creating more, or we just need to be more clinical. When we get in those positions, yeah, you're right. You have to finish it. You have to finish those chances off. Let me just. We don't need the lineup anymore. Let's just get the stats back on the screen there. Morte, game that stands out to me is the Waddle game, 5-0 versus West Ham. Wish we could get those times again. Yeah, as I've said many times, I've never seen the Sheffield Wednesday in the Premier League. I was born in '89. My earliest memory is listening on the radio when we were playing Arsenal in the Premier League, and we spooned that. We were 3-1 up and it ended 3-3. I've not seen Wednesday in the Premier League. I would love to see Wednesday in the Premier League, and I've got a young lad he's 5 in a couple of weeks' time. I'd love it for him to see Premier League football with Sheffield Wednesday. Martin says there are 5 or 6 serious interested parties apparently. Yeah, they've had about 60 inquiries or something, and 5 or 6 serious bidders. We just have to wait and see who that is. I know there's been people speculating. I know we spoke to Simon Quick the other day, and he's got his thoughts on who he thinks it's going to be. I know Sai has got his thoughts on who's going to be out there. Ultimately, I haven't got the foggiest of ideas. And just on that, I just want to quickly say, we had Simon Quick on the pod. I know Matt's been speaking to him quite a lot. He first came on, when was it now? Months and months ago. So we felt it was, just nice to get him back on again and see what he has to say. I know people have said, why don't you get the other side on and talk? Well, he's been on Jake's podcast and he's got that platform. I think it would be, it wouldn't be quite fair to do that. I speak to Jake fairly frequently. And then also as well, he's now got his own podcast where he's putting his own content out there so that everyone can watch. So I don't see the point in us talking to him, to be honest. And to be fair, he's come out today and said that he wouldn't want to. So there we go. And just on that, you can, for me, I feel like it's always black and white. Like you have to either be in one camp or the other. And I just think me personally, I just take out all the information. I take the information that Rob Staten's saying, Alex Miller, Joe Cran, whoever else it might be, Alan Biggs, all those people, and the other journalists as well. And I just take all that information and I formulate my own opinion on it. I might think that someone's talking rubbish. Equally, I might think that they might be talking a load of sense. And sometimes the person who you think's talking a load of rubbish tomorrow might be talking some sense again. So I think you just formulate your own opinion on it all, and you don't have to be in one camp or the other. You don't have to nail your colours to a mast. You can just take it all. And look, we all want the best for Sheffield Wednesday. I want the best owner to come in. Of course, we want someone with loads of cash, puts a good structure in place, and see us flying up the leagues and back into the promised land. Of course, I want that. Like, we don't need to start getting angry with each other just based on their opinions and stuff. Morty says, I remember Wembley 4 times in 1 year back in 1993, says Anna. Old Geezer says, Waddle giving Giggs a lesson down the wing, and fair play to Giggs for shaking his hand at the end of the game. Martin Webb, the Switzerland of Wednesdayites. Daz, when it comes to stats and everything, we have to just be realistic that we haven't got the players to create and score regularly. We are that FA Cup side that create an upset. I mean, I do feel like it feels like that sometimes, just in terms of we are the underdog in every single game. I dare say we'd probably be the underdog against Norwich on Wednesday, even though they are in absolute dire form and in a bit of a mess at the moment. So I think that plays in our hands a little bit. I think at home, we do need to relinquish possession of the ball. And I know some fans are going to not like that. And it does look, at times it looks like you're losing a stranglehold of the game. But I think we've got to do that in order to get anything out of it. I would like to see Cadamartri start on Wednesday night against Norwich. Did he score against Norwich? That's one of his goals, I think. Wouldn't be last season. It would have been the season before when he was with us. So, yeah, he definitely scored at Carrow Road, didn't he? That was the game where he got the bloody nose. So, Morty says, remember Roland Nielsen having Lee Sharp in his back pocket in the cup final? Yeah. Again, don't remember that, but I have watched that game back in its entirety as well, believe it or not, which, beating Man United. Just the team that we had back in the 90s there is just... you just kind of pinch yourself moment, innit? Just to see how we are now and what we had then and how different things could have been. We were in the Premier League when the money started coming into it. That's when we fell out, and then now, some of the money in football is absolutely unreal at the moment. And he says Roland Nielsen was different class. Yes, do definitely agree on that one. Right, we're going to wrap things up there. Massive thanks, everyone, for joining me on this watch along. It's been great to chat to you all, as always. Apologies that I couldn't get a Twitter Spaces sorted. I need to sort something else out where people can come on. I think I'll do that for the next away game, which is going to be when's the next away game that we've got? We've got Norwich on it's Southampton in it next Saturday. So I'll try and sort something else because X Spaces is a bit not as stable as I thought. I'll sort something else out for where you can come on. You don't have to show your face. You can just come on and have a chat, or maybe you want to show your face as well. Old Geezer do WhatsApp calls. I'm not putting my. Do you think I'm putting my telephone number on the internet, Old Geezer? And I could do that. If you have got my number, you can ring me and I'll bring you straight on. But I'm not doing that at all. Actually, before I go, I will read some 3-word match reviews out. Why not? Let me see if I can bring those up. Let me get that there. There's quite a few people that have got in there already. Chef Cam, well-earned draw. Matt says heroes in lilac. Neil says a fully deserved point. Vic says where's WTID Wally? She has got a screenshot of Matt getting the badge in as he always does in that away end. Blose says the IO for sure. Tom Ugbo frustration game. James Revels put about 17 different 3-word match reviews in there, so I'll read one out. Onwards and upwards, ? He says James. Jay Hardfought point. Philip says great battling performance. Gregor's won't score brothel. That's like one of them texts that you sent, back in the day where you only had so many characters and you had to start, shortening your words down. Wes says -5 now. Ben, steely performance. And Rob says, doggedly deserved draw. Do get your 3-word match reviews in. Head over to X at WTID pod is where you need to go for that one. Morte could do it on Discord. Yes, I could actually. Yeah, that is a shout as well. I'll give that a look. But I like to get. Yeah, I'll have a think, and we'll see what we can do for next time around. Massive thanks everyone for joining. Do really appreciate it as always. If you want more of this sort of stuff, more content, more, just for the Discord alone, head over to Patreon. Patreon.com/WTRD pod is where you need to go over for that one. We're going to be back tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Myself and Matt will be talking over everything that's happened over the past 4 or 5 days or so, and also talking about this game against West Brom. We've got Norwich to look forward to, so Patreon members will be able to listen to the preview show, which will be out Monday night. Obviously, there's a game on Wednesday, so debate show. Do I do it on Tuesday or not? We'll see. We'll see what I can do on that one. I might bring it to Tuesday, or we might put it on Thursday instead so we can talk about the Norwich game. Stick to the socials. You'll see exactly what's going to be happening. But no, thank you very much, everyone. Really do appreciate all your support, and we'll see you all next time. Cheers.